Welcome everybody to the first video of my Seoul Due Association Draft League run. This draft league consists of 16 coaches and everybody will be uploading their battles on their YouTube channel. You can find their channel links in the video description. But now let's start with my draft. I was in the 13th position, so the best Pokemon will probably be gone when it's my turn. Or so I thought. Because I was able to pick up Palafin. And this mon is busted. It gives me a very strong priority with Jet Punch as well as a way to gain momentum with Flip Turn. It also has access to Wave Crash, a 120 base power stab move that combined with Palafin's 160 base attack stat feels like a nuke. But that's not all it has to offer. It has a lot of coverage and utility moves and can also function as a special breaker due to its 106 special attack base stat, so there are very limited switch-ins for this mon. My second pick was Galarian Slowking, and this mon will function as one of my defensive backbones. Regenerator helps with switching into certain matchups, and Chilly Reception is a good move to gain momentum. Moreover, it sets up Snow, which is incredible for another mon I picked up, but we will get to that later. Slowking also has two important typings. It is a grounded poison type, so it can absorb toxic spikes. But it is also a bulky psychic type, a typing that is very important in any draft league team. My third pick was a mon that works really well with Slowking and gives me access to Stealth Rock and Spikes. The Pokemon I am talking about is none other than Ting Lu. Looking at its stats, it is clear that this thing is incredibly bulky. And its ground dark typing is a perfect fit for Slowking. It resists dark and ghost moves that would hit Slowking for super effective damage, and Slowking resists the fighting and grass moves that would hit Ting Lu for super effective damage. So now I have a decent defensive core, and it's time to pick up some more important typings. And there was one steel type that was way too low in my opinion. And I am talking about Cobalion. This mon only cost me 9 points. It not only gives me two very important types, but again also gives me a way to gain momentum in Volt Switch. Cobalion also has access to Stealth Rock and adds a new important speed tier to my team. It also got buffed this generation with the addition of Vacuum Wave and Body Press, and for 9 points I think we made a very good deal. So now I had 4 Pokemon that I actually planned with. From here on I could take different routes, but none of these routes had good hazard control as the number of really good spinners is very limited. And that's why pick number 5 is Hatterene. And again, this mon was a steal. For only 9 points, Hatterene adds the very important fairy type to my draft and gives me a great way to prevent hazards with its ability Magic Bounce. That way I don't even have to pick up good hazard control, as my opponents might not even set up hazards against me. Moreover, Hatterene is a really good addition to Cobalion. It takes the fighting moves that hurt Cobalion a lot really well, and Cobalion has no problem taking poison or steel moves that would deal a lot of damage to Hatterene. Oh yeah, and Hatterene is my first Terra Captain. Every coach has 18 points to select a maximum of 3 Terra Captains between 1 and 10 points. Every Terra Captain can Terra into 3 certain types, and for Hatterene I choose Fairy, Water and Steel. My next pick was Rotom Heat for 12 points. I know, a bit expensive, but I really wanted to grab mons that have momentum moves such as U-Turn, Baton Pass, Flip Turn or Volt Switch. I also was in need of a Fire type, and Rotom Heat seemed like the perfect fit. It adds a good new speed tier, and despite losing Defog this generation, this mon still has tons of useful moves, such as Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Screens, or even Nasty Plot for offensive sets. But the most important thing about this pick is its ability, Levitate. This makes Rotom Heat a mon that would normally get hit 4 times super effective by ground moves, immune to them, and gives me a reliable switch into ground types that up until now would click ground moves very freely against my team. Now that I have a good defensive core, it is time for some offense. Pick number 6 was Ambipom. Ambipom has a very strong priority move in Fake Out, and that priority gets even stronger because of its ability, Technician. It also got some new moves that harmonize with Technician, for example Trailblaze, Triple Axel or Smackdown. Ambipom can also use U-Turn, which is another very good addition to our momentum-based team. For my next pick I was looking at a few dragon types to complete my Fairy Dragon Steel Core, and I decided to go with Salamence. Not only is it very good offensive wise, it is also a solid defensive mon because of its ability Intimidate. It has a huge move pool and can make use of physical and special attacks, making it a very variable Pokemon. Salamence also gives me another ground immunity and, as I said before, completes my Fairy Dragon Steel Core. My next pick will be my second Terra Captain. Since I got Galarian Slowking that can set up Chilly Reception, I wanted to draft a mon that synergizes with Snow. And since this mon is pretty cheap and has access to Terra, I decided to pick up Titan. As I said before, this is my second Terra Captain. I decided to give it Terra Ice, Water and Ghost. Titan is a really good Terra Captain in combination with Belly Drum and Slush Rush, because it can Terra Water on Steel and Fire types, and it can Terra Ghost on fighting types, so it can easily set up a Belly Drum. Terra Ice also gives me a very strong Ice Shard, and that way I don't even need Snow to be up, as +6 Terra Ice Shard hits really hard. So now all I needed was a good Rapid Spinner, as well as a Grass type to complete my Fire Water Grass Core. So I had two options. I could pick Bramblegast, and I could pick Toadscruel. And in the end I went with Toadscruel. I wanted a second ground type and more hazards. It is also a lot bulkier than Bramblegast and gives me a very useful move with Spore. And even though its ability is trash, this mon is pretty good overall. As I didn't pick Bramblegast, I am still missing a Spin Blocker, and that's why I wanted to pick up a Ghost type as my last mon. I only had 3 points left at this point, so my options were very limited. Nonetheless, I found a pretty good Ghost type for 2 points in Misdreavus. And this is a mon that I probably won't bring too often. And that's why most coaches will probably not even prep for this one. But that's exactly when Misdreavus shines the most. It has access to Core Mind, Training Kiss, Pain Split, and it can Perish Trap. It is also surprisingly bulky with an Eviolite, and just like Rotom, is immune to ground moves. Unfortunately, I can't select Misdreavus as my third Terra Captain because I had no points left. I used 9 points on the Titan, 9 points on Hatterene, which makes a total of 18 Terra points, so I had no Terra points left, and that's why Misdreavus will not be allowed to Terra. But with that, my draft is complete. This will be the team I'm using for the third season of the Soldier Association. What do you think of it? Feel free to tell me in the comments. My week 1 game will go online next week, Saturday or Sunday. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.